Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to another review of Alchemy of Souls, Light and Shadow. Before I begin, this is the last review for 2022, and I'll see you guys next year, which is tomorrow, and it's going to be the first review of 2023, and it's funny that it's pretty much both reviews of Alchemy of Souls, Light and Shadow. But anyway, this episode was amazing. Tense from beginning to end, trying to save YUL, Ook wanting blood, and not just any blood, Jinmu's blood. Everyone is hating on him. Songnim is supporting Ook's decision to wanting to kill him. It was just crazy. Amazingly crazy. So let's not beat around the bush. Let's get to it. First, let's talk about the beginning of the episode. They started off this episode with a tense situation. So YUL faints during the fight and Ook arrives to save him and beats up everybody, of course. Now this is where Ook finds out that it was Jinmu who put the parasite in Soe, and of course we know that Ook knows about the parasite being in YUL. YUL is in critical condition and he could die. Ook is furious. I don't think the word furious is enough to describe how angry Ook is, because he was angry. He charged to Chonbugwan, beats up every guard that was in his way just to get to Jinmu and try to kill him. But then he comes face to face with the prince, who tries to persuade him, hey, you gotta stop this. I don't want all of your hard work to go down the drain. But Ook only cares about killing Jinmu and anyone else who stands in his way. The cherry on top in this situation was when Pak Jin came with all of the guards from Songnim and announced that, hey, we support Ook in whatever decision he makes. I'm like, oh shit. Now Ook wasn't the only person who was furious at Jinmu. The entire assembly was as well. So they made Jinmu get on his knees and beg for help from Lady Jin, who, by the way, refused to help Ook in saving YUL. Now here we are. Now both Jins are being belittled and humiliated in front of Ook. Now just to add on to Lady Jin's bitchy character, she'll only help if Ook returns Bouillon to her, which he agrees, and I'm like, man, blah, blah, blah. Now after everyone agreed to help, the plan is set. Trap the parasite in the Lantern of Life, which was put into Yul's mouth, which was transferred into Bouillon's mouth, which was supposed to be Choyeon, but Dangu was afraid that she could have been pregnant. Now, she could be, maybe not, but I wouldn't be surprised if she's carrying a baby by the end of this drama. Now, to add more comedy to the situation, between Ook, Bouillon, and the prince, this is where they find the truth about each other. The prince found out that Ook was her husband. Bouillon finds out that the prince is actually the prince. And Ook finds out that the Inuch that Bouillon was talking about is the prince. Ook, Bouillon, and the prince did what they had to do with the firebird. Now it's time to save YUL with the kiss. Now, this kissing scene felt right because it felt like it was a long time coming for YUL. He always liked Naksu. So to have someone who looks like Naksu, put that in quotes, who looks like Naksu, kissing YUL, it felt right. Now, after the job was done, YUL finally woke up. He woke up to the hard truth about Soe dying, which personally I didn't like. If you ignore all of the evil stuff that she did and focus on the stuff that she done to try to save YUL, I felt like it did the character dirty because I wanted her to end up with him, but it is what it is at this point. And then YUL had a talk with Master Lee about Naksu, and this is where we find out, I don't know if he mentioned this before, but we find out that Naksu's soul is going to disappear soon once Bouillon's soul wakes up. Oh, let's not forget, Yuno knows too after she read Yu's letter. Try to say that 5 times fast. This is like my 5th time saying this. Also, remember what Ook promised after the job was done, he would return Bouillon to Lady Jin. And this is where Ook and Bouillon get separated, and Ook continues to not really say how he feels, not until the end, and they have a nice kissing scene. But we're not done. Jinmu always has something up his sleeve. He tells the prince about Ook, the king's star, Jangang, and so forth, and suggests to send Ook far away. And after watching the preview for tomorrow's episode, it looks like the king agrees to it. This was just a very tense episode from beginning to end, trying to save YUL, trying to remove the parasite from his body. using the Firebird as a solution, which I called, by the way, in my last review. I enjoyed seeing Jinmu being hated on in this episode because, I mean, everyone knew the truth. It was his fault about the blood parasite being in Soi and then now in YUL, and YUL was in critical condition, and I was waiting for Jinmu to get punished, but nothing happened to the dude. But I'm not surprised that Jinmu has one more scheme up his sleeve. I'm actually happy that now they're bringing up the King Star, because the last time they talked about it or was even put in a situation was the last episode in part 1. Part 2 was more about, I guess, having Buyon's memories or Naksu's memories come back, and the bond between Ook and Buyon and the Firebird and the Parasite. So the King Star was kind of put to the side until now. But I will say this episode made Ook look like even more of a badass when he charged through Chonbugwan and just knocked out every guard. I was like, damn, Jinmu, you effed up. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the episode in my review. Is there anything I might have missed? Please leave in the comments below. Other than that, if you like this video, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. See ya. Oh, and Happy New Year.